going on? Welcome back to Toon Weekly episode 12, your weekly Newcastle United roundup on 100% NUFC. I hope you are all doing really well. Now, if you're new around here, don't forget to hit that like button and also subscribe. Help us to get to 850 subscribers. We only need a few more subs now and help us to get to that target, as the channel's gone a little bit dead lately with the subscribers. So if you can go along and subscribe to the channel and be part of it, then honestly I'd appreciate it. Now, let's start off with the news that I was supposed to break out to you last week of Adam Armstrong's transfer to Blackburn Rovers on loan until the end of the season. He was originally on loan this season at Bolton and it didn't quite work out. You know, Bolton are struggling at the bottom end of the Championship, whereas Blackburn are doing well at the top of League One under Tony Mowbray. And I feel it's a good move for Adam Armstrong, as he's working under his former boss at Coventry City, where he worked under him a few years back. And I think as well, with Blackburn Rovers doing so well in the League One, you know, if he really kicks, you know, the ground running, he could potentially walk away with, you know, a medal over his neck, you know, at the end of the season. And I think Adam Armstrong, he was playing out of position at Bolton Wanderers, and I feel that at Blackburn, you know, they are looking for strikers. So if he can get that confidence going and he can get a game at Blackburn, which I think he will anyway, you know, he will get you the goals. And I really want to see Adam Armstrong kick on, because we all want Adam Armstrong to be the next, you know, Andy Carroll, the next Alan Shearer, young lad, local lad, you know. And I think it's only right now that he goes to Blackburn and he really hits the ground running, because if he doesn't, then I think really his time at Newcastle is coming to an end, because, you know, you've got players at the pecking order like Mitrovic who's trying to get a game, you know, you've got Hostler, you've got Dwight Gale. It's not going to be easy for the lad. And talking of other loan deals as well that have gone through, Ivan Toney has left Wigan Athletic to come back to Newcastle to sign for Scunthorpe United, where he used to play for a couple of seasons ago. So he kind of knows Scunthorpe very, very well. He'll be there till the end of the season, which I think, again, is another good move for Ivan Toney. You know, Wigan Athletic are another team in League One where it wasn't quite working out for them, because they're top as well, alongside Blackburn. You know, they're going for automatic promotion to the Championship. And I think Scunthorpe as well, you know, they're thereabouts as well with the playoffs. So if he can go there again and do what he did at Wigan and score maybe a couple of goals and help Scunthorpe climb up the league, you know, it would be a good move for him. And, you know, you look at Ivan Toney, I think he's only ever scored one goal at Newcastle, and I think that was against Wigan Athletic back in the Premier League days when he was, you know, on the scene when we signed him from Coventry City. You know, the lad has got potential, but, you know, a bit like Adam Armstrong, he needs a few more games to try and prove that he can do it at all levels, because the Premier League is a totally different kettle of fish to, you know, the Championship and League One. It's a lot more physical in the Premier League, and you've got to score goals in order to stay in the Premier League, and you don't get games week in, week out unless it's the Christmas period. So what's your thoughts on Ivan Toney and Adam Armstrong, you know, their loan deals to Blackburn and Scunthorpe respectively? Now, that all happened over the course of Tuesday and Wednesday. Now we're looking forward to the Swansea game, which happened on Saturday. It finished at St James's Park. Newcastle United won, Swansea won. It was a game where Newcastle really had to win, because we haven't won at St James's Park since October, and that remains the case today. You know, we're dropping more points against relegation opposition, you know, like ourselves. You know, we're going to be in and around that relegation spot become the end of the season. And with us having a Championship squad playing in the Premier League, it's important that we beat these sort of teams against the likes of Swansea. But it was never going to be easy, because they've got a new manager in Carlos Carvajal, who has done a job over Rafa Benitez in the past when he was Sheffield Wednesday manager, you know, and Steve McLaren. He came and got, you know, a win in the League Cup and twice in the Championship last season, home and away. So it was never going to be easy, as he's very defensive, but he also likes to play counter-attacking football. And I felt on the complexion of the game, a point is well gained. I know a lot of fans will disagree with us. I totally understand that, but I really think it was, because, you know, Newcastle, yes, we did dominate the first half for 15-20 minutes, but that tempo just drops. You know, we don't do it throughout the whole game, and that's what's really frustrating me at the moment, because it's not just been this game, it's been the likes of Bournemouth, Watford, Everton, and we've not had a goal to show for it. So I think overall, and also Swansea, that first half should have had a pen. You know, it came off Mojami's hand. You know, everyone says it was a show, that was a definite handball. It should have been a pen. I didn't see it till the end of the game and highlights of match of the day, and if it wasn't for that VAR system, Newcastle probably could have lost that game. Second half, again, Swansea City came out the more better team in the first 15 minutes. Deservedly took the lead. You know, ball got crossed into Ayew. Great save by Dollar originally, but he's got to be pounding that to a side. He's got to be pounding it that way or that way. you don't parry it straight to Joe Dyer where he's got a free header, because it bounced off the surface, and it's a great finish. He's got to be there to score, and you've got to give Swansea credit for that. And they're coming up for the points, and if you're bottom of the league, you'll take anything for a goal. So it's basically our own fault for conceding, but you've got to give the lads credit at the same time for battling back to make it 1-1. But we played well for 5 minutes of that second half, and that's what got with the equaliser. We didn't really kick on at 1-1, and if there was anyone that was going to win it, I felt it was Swansea. And at the end, they got a ball which was cleared off the line by Yedlin in injury time. A better team, like I said in the Swansea review, probably would have put that away, and you would have been, that would have been another 3 points dropped at St James's. So the reason I say it's a point game, because if we were to go back to that game, if we still buy a point, you think, well, fair enough, we've got that point at Swansea and it's kept up. And if we dropped 2 and got relegated, you could look back at that game, Swansea. You could look back at Bournemouth, where you dropped points, Everton, Watford, teams like that, Brighton. It's all there to see that we're not, clinical enough up front, in front of goal. And that moved Newcastle United down to where I think it was 15th in the league now. Correct us if I'm wrong. I'll bring up the league table for you. But it's not pretty reading. We're only a couple of points off 10th place, but we're also a couple of points off the relegation zone, as the likes of Bournemouth won, West Ham won. And I think for me as a Newcastle fan, it's all about what we do. It's not about what other teams do. I just don't like when fans say, oh, well, we have to be beating this team, we have to be beating that team, oh, we're this, we're that. But it's what we do on the pitch, and Rafael's stressed that in the team. It's what we do and the results that we get. And we seem to play better away from home than what we do at home, because you look at the points that we've picked up at West Ham, Southampton, places like that. If it wasn't for those points away from home, we would probably be in that relegation zone, would maybe be cut adrift. So we should really be thankful for our league form away from home, and how well Rafa's got. We're defensively away from home and defensively sound, because at home, we are a defensive team, and that's what's got the results. Away from home, as it's the total opposite. It should really be us doing better at home, and then away from home, that you get your points if and where you can, because of the teams that you're playing against. Now, after that game, going into the transfer market, nothing's really happened in terms of players coming in, players potentially leaving the club. It all remains to be seen. Rafa Benitez doesn't even know his budget yet. He still doesn't know what he's going to be getting. And I was listening to Total Sport today, and John Anderson basically said, I'd rather Newcastle just keep the squad that they've got and not buy anybody if they're not better than what we've got already, which I think was a fair point, because we don't want to be buying players, for willy-nilly money and wasting more money if they're not better than what we've already got. And if we can use players off the bench to make an impact, then so be it. And if it's easier to go and spend in the summer hoping that we're still up, that would make sense. And with the transfer talk and the takeover talk and things like that, it's never going to be easy to go out there and spend money, because Mike Ashley doesn't even know what he wants to give. And I don't think really this summer much will change. I think Mike Ashley will still be here. I like to think he won't be, but I think he will be here, because Mike Ashley likes to play mind games. I hope I'm wrong. Correct us wrong. I hope I'm wrong, but I really think that with the fans, the patience is really, really running out, and we need some sort of investment to take the club forward to being the bottom end of the league to the top 10. I wouldn't say top 6, because I don't think that's right, being the squad that we've got. But it would be interesting to see if Rafa Benitez stays beyond the summer holidays, and beyond the season if we're still up, because he deserves the money and he's just not getting it. And it's very, very frustrating, and we've only got to done it ourselves. But I said it in the previous 2-week episode 11 that I'd rather say free loan deals if it helps till the end of the season, with an option to buy if they keep up, depending on who we buy, of course. And if it helps with financially, I suppose, and that's good. But again, it's easier said than done. We don't do the transfer window like normal clubs do. We always have to go the long way, and the hard way, and we somehow we'll have all this hype of deadline day, and so much hope, and no ever happens. So it's going to be interesting to know what happens in terms of players coming in and players leaving, because things can still happen yet. There's still plenty of time. There's still over a couple of weeks of the window left to go and do your business. Now, I'm talking Tuesday night, the FA Cup week, replays of teams who we're going to be playing on Wednesday. So obviously we all know it's going to be either Norwich or Chelsea. That game will happen at Staveley Bridge tomorrow night. I will be back with a reaction video straight after that game, depending on who we get, of course. But I think either way, it's not going to be easy. Even if we play Norwich away in the Championship, I'd happily take a replay go to Staveley Bridge. If you can come away with Staveley Bridge with, you know, a drawn ticket to St James's, then anything could happen. But, you know, I want to see we've got a cup run. I've said that, I've stressed it enough that I'd rather see we've got a cup run, and the league formula, that'll take care of itself. Yes, we're not in the healthiest of positions, but as long as we've made a fist of it. If we go out against Chelsea and we've been beaten by the better team, you know, a couple of goals and fair play, there's not a lot you can do. Norwich, on the other hand, I'll be a little bit disappointed because we're in the Championship. And yes, we have had good games with them in the past, but it's about what we do on the pitch and how we perform and how we take our game to that next level. And Rafa, that's why he'll be wanting to still in the team, you know, taking it to that next level, trying to get a couple of goals to see off a game, which has been our problem all season. Now, again, I do stress that in terms of what we buy in the January, it's all limited to what we can do. So that's all your news there for Toon Weekly episode 12. There's not a lot happening really. It's the same as what it was last week. A few players have left, Armstrong and Ivan Toney on loan. The Peter Beardsley story, not a lot has happened on that. He wasn't available for the game, which happened a couple of days ago. I think it was against Norwich City, where I think they lost 4-3. Seems like it was another good game in the Premier League 2. That drops them down to 10th in that league. And apart from that, it's been rather quiet. And if I do hear any transfer news, of if we do somehow sign somebody, I'll get back to you on that and over the next day or two. But yeah, if you enjoyed it, don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to subscribe to 100% NUFC. This is your place for 100% NUFC content. You know, vlogs, match day experiences, things happening all the time. You know, breaking news from 100% NUFC, Newcastle United related, match previews, match reviews. It's all there for you, and I've always getting guests on as well. So hopefully that's something I'm going to try and look at in the next couple of episodes to try and get views on the channel. People that I know, of course, not just any old subscriber, but people that I actually trust, if you like, to come on and you know, talk, you know, a good week's worth of news that's happening around Newcastle United. So anyway, yeah, don't forget to like, subscribe. How are the lads? And I'll be building up to the Man City game on Thursday or Friday with the match preview. And yeah, I hope you all enjoy your day, and I'll catch you all later. Peace out.